Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sichamba Jacob. Alright, so in today's video, we'll try to look at three questions: trigonometry, statistics, and cubic functions. If you face challenges in mathematics, kindly join our group, WhatsApp group, where you'll be advised and write tests through WhatsApp. So the number is showing below. You can join my WhatsApp group where I have quite a number of people who participate and who get advice on the mistakes they are making. Remember, you're moving towards the exams and you need to pull up your socks. Alright, so let's start with the first question. The first question is on statistics. The question reads, the frequency table below shows the number of copies of newspapers allocated in 48 newspaper vendors. So if you can see the table, let's try to start the table. So this is a table and their classes. 25 is less than x, x is less or equal to 30, 30 is less than x, less or equal to 35, 35 is less than x, less or equal to 40, 40 is less than x, less or equal to 45, 45 is less than x, less or equal to 50, 50 is less than x, less or equal to 55, 55 is less than x, less or equal to 60. And number of vendors down, you can see it's 5, 4, 7, 11, 12, 8, 1. So the first thing that you should put into consideration when you come across such kind of a question is this grouped data or ungrouped data? How do you tell if it's grouped data or ungrouped data? There are basic things that you need to put into consideration for you to tell. One of the most important thing is that when you see data is in class interval, so for example, the first class interval is 25 less than x, less or equal to 30, where there is 5 as a frequency down there, it has been grouped. So this is grouped data. It's not ungrouped data. So there are basically two formulas when it comes to grouped data. So this grouped data has got two formulas. Here are the formulas for mean and standard deviation. So standard deviation, there are two formulas. They're the ones I'm talking about, two formulas. You can work with the first formula. Here's the first formula, or the second formula, but I find it way easier working with the second formula because the second formula is the fastest. Okay, we don't want to waste our time when writing the exam, so it's the fastest. So we'll work with the second formula. So let me write the second formula here. So standard deviation is equal to root of summation here f of x squared over summation over f minus mean squared. So this is the formula we are supposed to use. Hopefully you're able to see nicely. So now the first thing will be to find the mean. So how do we find our mean? For us to find our mean, let's check the table. We get the frequencies. So 5 plus 4 open bracket plus 5 open 7 plus 11 plus 12 plus 8 and plus 1 multiplied by the brackets. So hopefully you're able to see the brackets I'm writing here. So what are we supposed to put in these brackets? So in the brackets, we are supposed to put the midpoints. So you check the class interval where 5 is falling as a frequency. That is 25 less than x, less or equal to 30. So you get the numbers, okay, on the table. which is 25, plus 30 is equal to 55. You divide by 2. We're trying to find the midpoint, which is 27. So the first will be 27.5 here. The next will be 30 plus 35. You divide by 2, which is equal to 32.5. We go to the next one. 35 plus 40, divide by 2, you have 37.5. The next one will be 40 plus 45, divide by 2, we have 42.5. The next one will be 50 plus 55, divide by 2, 47.5. The next one will be 50 plus 55, divide by 2, it will be 52.5. And the last one will be 57.5. So that's 57.5. So now what you do, everything, you say everything here, divide by 48. So everything here, divide by 48. So why are we dividing by 48? The reason is very simple. It's because 48 is the number of all the vendors. So we are dividing everything by 48, and this 48 is the number of vendors. So you get your calculator, and then you start by putting 5 here, open bracket, 27.5 plus 4, open 32.5. You write everything. So once you finish everything, you punch, you get 2045. So you can write here 2045 over 48, which is equal to, you divide by 48, which is equal to 42.604166667. So this is our mean. We have managed to find our mean. So since we found our mean, we can now find this here. We have found this, which is a mean. It's this one. Now we found it. We need to find this. So this stuff, if you can see, it's more like the formula of mean. But you just square here on the midpoint. So you just say 5. You copy everything here. The way they look up there, you copy. So after copying everything, I've just copied everything from here and put them here. After copying, you start squaring here. On the midpoint, you square. You put power 2. And that power 2 is coming from the formula here, power 2, this one here. So you put power 2, and after putting, you get your calculator. You can start copying. So the first one is 5, open 27.5 squared. You put a squared here, power 2 plus 4, open 32. This is 32 actually, not 35, it's 32. So you put 32, 32.5 squared. you copy everything. So when you copy everything, you punch, you get this answer here, which is 90150 over 48. When you divide by 48, you get 1878. So you get this. So now you can plug the values in the formula. So it says standard deviation is equal to root of this stuff here, this number, minus mean squared. That's what it said in the formula, mean squared. So what is our mean? Our mean, we found 42.604166667 squared. And when you punch on your calculator, so what you can do here, you can put square root, you open bracket, and then copy the first, which is 1878.125 minus, okay, minus, open bracket. So follow all these procedures. Open bracket, 42 point, now I'm copying this one here, 42.60160416667. You close bracket, you put power 2 and then close. When you punch, you find that your answer will be 7.935198,509. So according to the question, we have been told to write this answer in 3 significant figures. So it will be 7.94. So this is our standard deviation. 1, 2, 3. This is the strong number, so it will affect 3. It will be 4. So for question 1b, we have been told to use the graph paper, and we have been given the table. We can see this table, and they ask us to graph the smooth relative cumulative frequency. So let me talk a bit about how you find the cumulative frequency and the relative cumulative frequency. So we'll first start with the cumulative frequency. So for the cumulative frequency, you check, let's look at the table. You check the way it looks. So if you can see this table, there is a class interval and the frequency down there. So the first frequency is 5, 4, 7, 11, 12, 8, 1. So in order for us to find the cumulative frequency, this is what we do. We start with the first number. Okay, you can see this is cumulative frequency. So they started with 5. At 30, there is 5. And then they said 5 plus the next number, which is 4. So 5 plus 4 gave us 9. And then this 9 plus the next number, which is 7. 9 plus 7, it will give us 16, which is the next number. 16 plus the next number, which is 11. It gives us 27. 27 plus the next number, which is 12. It gives us 39. 39 plus the next number, which is 8. It gives us 47. 47 plus the next number, which is 1. It gives us 48. So for the cumulative frequency, the last number should give you the total number of what you're talking about. In this case, in the question, we've been told that there are 48 vendors. So 48 vendors. This is the number which is supposed to be here. And then the other row, the row which is down here, is called relative cumulative frequency. So how do we find this relative cumulative frequency? For relative cumulative frequency, we start by getting this number, the number which is here, you divide it by the total number, which is 48, is 0. You get 5 divided by 48. So you get 0.10. Okay? The numbers are continuing, but we are rounding it to 2 decimal places. And then 9 divided by 48. 9 divided by 48. You get 0.1. Since we are rounding it to 2 decimal places, it's supposed to be 0.19. And then you say 16 divided by 48. This is what we're getting, 0.333, but we're rounding it to 2 decimal places. So it is 0.33. Now we need to find the missing numbers here. So for the missing numbers, I'll try to use black. So you say 27 divided by 48. You get 0.56. We go to the next number, which is 39 divided by 48. You're getting 0.81. You go to the next number, which is 47 divided by 48. You're getting 0.98. And the rule is that the last number here should always be 1, because you divide this number by itself. It's supposed to give you 1. So now we can write our as solutions here. Since they said you complete the table, so we have put these numbers. Now we need to put them on the graph paper, and this is how they look like. So you make a small table on your graph paper, either this side or this side, it's fine. And then you can write the range on top. So the range which is near to the numbers that you are looking for is you can start with 40. In this case, I can start with 40 here. After 40, I'll write 45 here, 45, 50, and 55 here. Hopefully it's making sense. After writing that, you can now put the numbers. So under 40 we have 0.33, and then the missing numbers are 0.56, 0.81, and 0.98. So this is question 1, like 1, Roman numeral 1. So we go to question 2. Question 2, we have been asked to graph the points. So how do you graph? Mostly I like advising people with statistics when trying to graph. Be very careful, check. Sometimes these graph papers look small, like from here to here, they look small. So what you can basically do here is to start from here. You see the bottom here, somewhere here. Okay, you get your pencil and then you make your line here. This is our Cartesian plane. We are forming our Cartesian plane, and then here it goes like this, the x-axis. Good. All right, so even indicate this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. So following the scale, this is 0. They have said using the horizontal scale. So horizontal is like this, going this way, the x-axis. 2 centimeters to represent 10 newspapers. So this is for newspapers. So 2 centimeters from here to here, it's 2 centimeters. So it's supposed to be 10 moving in 10. So this is 10, 20 over here, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Okay, so the difference should be 10, like from here to here, 10, 10, 10, 10. You're moving in tens. 2 centimeters to represent 0.1 units on the y-axis. So 0.1 on the scale 0 to 1. So 0.1. So here it's supposed to be 0.1, 0.2. The difference should be 0.1, like from here to here, 0.1, which is 0.3 here, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.9, 8, 0.9, and 1 here. So this is our y-axis. So we are done with the Cartesian plane. So now we can start plotting the coordinates. So for the coordinates, you check, you get, since it's a relative cumulative frequency, so we'll be getting, under x-axis, we'll be getting the copies like this, and then under y-axis, we'll be getting the relative cumulative frequency. So the first is 25, 0, 25, 0. The other one 30, this one, this one, this one, this, just like that, up to the last one, which is 60, 1. So before we can do anything, we need to understand what each line is meaning. If this is 10, what do you think each line is meaning here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each line to the x-axis is 1. These small lines means 1. And then to the y-axis, this is 0.1. So this is 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.05, 0.06, 0.07, 0.08, 0.09, 0.1 here. So this is 0.01, each line going up here. So we can start. Where is our 25? 20 is here. 25 is supposed to be in between 30 and 20 and 30. So 25 is here. So 0 is here. 25, 0. The next is 30, 5. 0.1, sorry. 30, 0.1. So 30 is here. This is our 30. Here. 0, 1 is here. Where are they meeting? It's here. The next will be 35, 0.19. So 35 is between 30 and 40. It's 40. It's here. And then 1 is here. 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. So 0.9 is here. We go to the next one, which is 40, 0.33. So 40 is here, 0.33 is here, 33. So this is 3, 0.31, 0.32, 0.33 is here. We go to the next one, which is 45. 45 is between 40 and 50. And the numbers, the ones we found, they are over here. These. So it's supposed to be 0.56. So 45. So 45 is here. We move up here. 5.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. We go to the next one, which is 50, 8.1. So 58, 8 is here, 8 is over here, 50 is this one, 1 is here. Next, we go to 55, 9.8. So 55, This one, 9 is here, 0.8 supposed to be here. This is 0.8. The next will be 60,1. So 60,1 is here. So now we can join the points. And remember, points should be visible. So this is how our graph will look like. You take your time when joining the points. So this is our graph, and here it doesn't look very good. That's why you need a rubber. Yeah, something a bit like this. So try by all means to make your graph look clean. If it's not clean, you end up finding something that is wrong. So the next question is, we find the interquartile, semi-interquartile range. So for semi-interquartile range, I showed you like you need to find the first quartile 1 and quartile 3. So for quartile 1, it's supposed to be 1/4 multiplied by whatever number is here, the last number which is here. So in this case, it's 1. So multiplied by 1. And then the second is supposed to be 3/4 multiplied by this same number 1. So here we get 0.25. Here we get 0.75. So this is what we are getting. But what we've just found are not the quartiles. These are not the quartiles. So we now need to find the quartile. So the quartile 1, the first quartile is at 0.25. So we check, where is 0.25? 2 is here. So 0.25 is supposed to be here, in between 0.3 and 0.2 and 0.3. So what we do here is we make a line like this. Here where it's falling, so we make a line, touches here, and then that line, let it drop like this. So what number is here? If this is 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So quartile 1 is 38. We go to quartile 2. This 38 doesn't look good, so it's 38. We go to quartile 3. Quartile 3, we said 0.75, which is here. So you also make a line like this. Then drop it. So up to here, this is where quartile 3 is pointing. What number is there? So quartile 3 is equal to, what number is here? This is 48. So quartile 3 is 48. So now for us to find the interquartile range, semi-interquartile range, so we say S semi-I interquartile R range is equal to quartile 3 minus quartile 1 over 2, which is equal to, what is our quartile 3? It's 48. minus quarter 1 is 38 over 2. When we solve here, it will be 10 over 2. And our answer will be equal to 5. So our answer is 5. Okay, now on the same interquartile range, if you find 6, any number between 5 and 6, you can be marked, or any number between 5 and or 4 and 5, you can still be marked. So that's it. We go to the next question. They are saying we find PQ. So you see this PQ, we've been given this angle and this angle, so we need to find the length PQ. So what rule should we use here? There are two. There is sine rule and cosine rule. So which one should we use? This is not right angle triangle because there is no 90 degrees here. So even if you see a corner here, don't think it's a right angle triangle. So what rule should we use? I think since down here we have 3, like in the question they have said here is 36.5 meters. Since we have 36.5 meters, what we can basically do is to use sine rule. Sine rule work, but this and this, they are corresponding to each other, so we can use them. This and this side, no, we don't want this side, so it means we need to find this angle, and then we use this angle and this side. It will work. So how can we find angle R? So for us to find angle R, we need to use the property of a triangle whereby the sum of angles, total sum of angles in a triangle add up to 180. So in order for us to find this angle, we'll add these two and then we come and subtract. The answer we get from 180. So it will look like this: 180 minus open bracket 46 plus 36 degrees. So when we work out this, we'll find that our answer will be 98 degrees. So this angle here is 98. This is 98 degrees. So we need this. We need this angle, the 98 degrees, to find this side. This is the side we are looking for. We'll label it X. This is the side we are looking for, the PQ. So what we can do here is to just use the formula for sine rule, which is A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. So this is the formula we're going to use. So we can label, we can say this angle is our capital A, and then the side here is a small a, and then this other side is our small b, and over here capital letter B. So we can pick now, what is our small a? Small a is X over our sine capital A is 98 is equal to small b 36.5 over sine capital B, which is 46. So we can now cross multiply this by this and this by this. So we'll just multiply this, because this, even if we multiply it by X, we'll still come and divide it. So it will just be X is equal to 36.5 multiplied by sine 98 over sine 46, which is equal to, so you can punch on your calculator, you can say 36.5 times sine 98 is equal to, this is, we can write what we get, which is 36.1447845. You divide by sine 46. So the same answer here, you just say divide by sine 46. We are getting our x is equal to 5 or 50.247 716,343. So we can write our answer as 50.2 meters. I've decided to put it in one decimal place because the length we are given here, it's in one decimal place. So we can also do so. So this is our answer for question 1. Or PQ, even write PQ is equal to 50.2 meters. We go to the next question, which is the question 1. Question 2A2. So they are saying we find the area. So for us to find the area of a non-right angle triangle, we use the formula. This is the formula we use. Okay? So this side we found, we know it's 50.2 meters, this side here. So we can say area is equal to 1/2. We check on our triangle which side or what side have we been given to find area of what? They've said we find the area of the triangle in this form, PQR. So the angle we are using is where Q is, this one, 36. So 36 is the angle we are using. And then B and C should be the distances, two distances that are forming this angle. So in this case, the two distances is this one and this one, this side and this side. So whichever we can pick, that this one to be our B or this one to be our B, it's fine. Whichever side we start with, it doesn't matter. And then on sine 36 degrees, which is the angle. So we can now multiply everything 1 times 50.2 times 36.5 times sine 36. What we are getting is 1076.998,918. You divide by 2, these two here. We are getting our area to be equal to 538.4994589. Then our area, putting it in 3 significant figures, will be 538 meters squared. So this is our area. And then the next question, they're saying we find the shortest distance from R. Where is our R? Our R is here, from R to PQ, meaning the shortest distance to touch this line. In this case, we are going to use the formula for finding area of a right angle triangle, which is area is equal to 1/2 BH. So the area, we're going to put the area we found, which is this, is equal to 1/2, and then B should be the distance, which is this R is touching, like from R. Now the length that you're going to touch from R is, see, this length you're going to touch. So the distance from here to here, which is 50.2 multiplied by H. So we can cross multiply. We can solve here, cross multiply 2 by 538. We have 1076, which is equal to 50.2 H. So we solve for h. So when we solve for h, we'll find that our answer will be equal to h is equal to 21.4342625. And then our h can be written in three significant figures, which is like this. Meters. Thank you. We go to the next question, which is question B. So for question B, they are saying solve the equation. So we need to solve the equation. Sine theta is equal to 0.6792. So when we solve, we just get our calculator and press Shift sine inverse of 0.6792, which is equal to theta will be equal to 42.78115.981. So we write this in one decimal place. We have this angle here. So this is not our final answer. So what we can do, we can use this idea. We need two answers. This is our first answer. Another one, we'll do this. So when dealing with angles, there is what we call the first quadrant, second, third, and fourth. So you find that sine is positive in the first and the second. So this is all student take calculus. You can use this mnemonic, all student take calculus. So here all of them are positive. Here only sine is positive. Here only tangent is positive. Here cos is positive. So for us to find the answer, we say this angle here is what we have found somewhere here. We also need to find where sine is positive, this angle, like from here to here. So what is this angle? So in order for us to find this angle, we'll say 180, because from here to here it's 180, like it's a straight line. 180 degrees minus 42.8 degrees. And our answer will be equal to 137.2 degrees. So the solutions now, theta is equal to 42.8 degrees and 137.2 degrees. So these are the solutions. We go to the next question. So for this question, they're asking us to simplify. So how do we simplify this one? So simplification of this one, since this is multiplication, this can go in this. So it will cancel here. Here will remain with the 1p, only p. And then this q to disappear. Here, this is also q. This is q. In this q, it can go, will remain with the q squared. So this is what will remain with. And then this 4 will remain with 1 here, here 2. So we can multiply p by q squared by 2. It's p q squared 2 here over 1. Here we're dividing by what is here. So since this is division, we can say this can change to multiplication. And then we have something like this. So these 2 and 2 disappear. This q1 here will remain with q. This p1 here will remain with p. So the answer will be equal to q over p. This is our final answer. So this is a cubic function question or cubic equation question, and they're asking us to find or calculate the value of k. So let's check out the table and calculate the value of k. So in order for us to calculate the value of k without wasting our time, we can use the calculator we say open bracket and then check on the table what is the x value. It's -3. So you put -3, close, and then cubed. How do you write the cubed? Power 3. So for us to write power 3, we can either press here, power 3, or the sign which is here, this sign which is here, and then we put a 3. So we write power 3 minus 5, open bracket, x, the value of x is -3, close, don't forget to be closing, plus 3. So when you punch like that, you say equal to, it will give you the value of k, which is -9. So you can write -9 on top here of your graph paper. You can say 1, this is question 1. Question 1, value of k is equal to -9. So once you write that, you can now graph, or you can make a graph. You can graph. So how do we graph? You make your Cartesian plane. Mostly with cubic function, try to make it in between the middle part of your graph paper. So the y-axis is done. We go to the x-axis. It's here. Done. So you even show that this is our x-axis. So now let's try to follow the statement. There's a statement which says using the scale of 2 centimeters, we know each box is 2 centimeters, to represent 1 unit on the x-axis. So we know that 2 centimeters, this is 0, 1 supposed to be here, 2 here, the range is from -3 to 3. So this is 3, here -1, here -2, here -3. So we're done with the x-axis. We go to the y-axis. The y-axis, they're saying 2 centimeters to represent 5 units on the y-axis for the range which is from -10 to 20. So we know that 5 units, so we'll be moving in 5s up to 20 to the positive side. 5, here it's 10, here it's 15, and 20 here. So you show that this is the y-axis. And then down here, they have said up to -10. So it's here. So once you do this, try to understand what each line is meaning. So in the y-axis, like from here to here, what is each line meaning? If this is 5, so you can even be counting. You say, okay, I'll say this is 0, 1, I'm skipping 1 line, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so skipping 1 line, each line is like skipping 1. The next line should be 1. That's where 1 is. Or in other ways, I can say each line is 0.5. So if this is 0.5, this is 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and 5. This side, if this is 1, meaning this is supposed to be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and then 1. So we can now plot. The first coordinate is -3, 9. So -3, will be somewhere here, because this is -3, -9. So -9, -9.5, -10. Yeah, good. Next will be -2, 5. It's over here. Very simple. Next is -1, 7. 7. So this is 5, 6, 7, somewhere here. Next will be 0, 3. So this is 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's supposed to be here. And then we go to 1, -1. It's here. We go to 2, 1. It's here. We go to 3, 15. It's here. So now you can join these points nicely. we try to join them nicely. We're done with it, joining them. So now the next thing will be to write our equation. We can write our equation here, which is y is equal to x cubed minus 5x plus 3, to show that this is the equation we're dealing with. So the next thing will be to find the gradient at x is equal to -2. So x is equal to -2. Where is -2? Is here. So it's supposed to be here. So what you do here is you can make a tangent line, a straight line touching that point. So a straight line touching this point will be here, just touching this point. I've done my tangent line, so I can pick 2 coordinates along this line. So I'll pick -2, 5 right here, and then I can pick either this or any point along this line. So I'll pick -3, 0. -3, 0. So since I've picked -3, 0, I can use the formula, or I'll use the formula for finding gradient of a straight line, which is m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So this is the formula. So I'll go to my coordinates. I can indicate that this is my x sub 1 and y sub 1. This is my x sub 2 and y sub 2. So now pick what is my y sub 1. Y sub 1 is 5 minus what is my y sub 2 is 0 over what is my x sub 1 is -2 minus what is my x sub 1 is -3, because the number here has got a negative, and in the formula there is a negative which is existing, which is already there. So I'll put the brackets to show that there is this number has got a negative sign. So now we can solve. Here we have this, down here we have this. Negative by negative, it will be positive. And then this, it will be over 1 here. When we say -2 plus 3, it's 1. So our gradient is equal to 5 at this point, at x is equal to -2. Now we find the area. The next, we have been told to find the area bounded by the region y is equal to 3 and x is equal to -2. So what we basically do here is we form the lines. So we need to form the line, or to mark the lines. We know that this is 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 in the under y-axis is here. So you make the line, pass through that. So it's like this. So this is our equation, which is y is equal to 3. And then we also plot, or we show the line which is x is equal to 2. X is here, so x is equal to 2 must be here. So this is x is equal to -2. Sorry, not 2, but -2. So the region you can see, not down here. The reason why we are not shading down here, because there is no graph here. The graph is passing up here. So meaning it's supposed to, your region is supposed to touch the graph and these lines. So where it's here and here. So the region we are looking for is this one. All right, so now for us to find the area of this region, we need to use the shapes. So what shapes are we able to see? There is a triangle, and there are complicated shapes which are here. So in that way, if you've seen that the shapes are very complicated, what we do is we find area of each box here, this bigger box. So area of each box is equal to L times B. This is a rectangle. So if you can see the box, for example, this box, from here to here, what is the distance? It's 1 times from here to here up, it's in 5. So it's 5. So the area of each box, full box, is 5. So what we're going to do is we'll count the number of boxes which have been chopped. How many? There is this one, 1. There is this small one, 2. There is this other box, 3. This one, 4. So since they have been chopped, we'll say 4 boxes have been chopped. You divide by 2, which is equal to 2. Okay. So now these 2, we're going to use it together with this area. We'll say 5 times these 2, which is equal to 10 square units, 10 square units. So this is the area. Now, why was I dividing here? Why did I divide? In case you don't know the reason why I divided, there are how many boxes are involved here? 4 boxes. There are 4. There is this box, this, and this. So this is where this 4 is coming from. And then to show that they have been chopped, you divide by 2. Okay, so each box is divided by 2, which is giving us answer 2. And then this 2 multiplied by the area of a full box, which is giving us 10 as our area.